A quick new idea, daily, from the world's greatest TEDx talks. I'm your host, Atossa Leoni, and this is TEDx Shorts. The media has a less than ideal track record on representation of indigenous people and culture, with reporting often reducing the spectrum of disparate tribal nations into simplistic definitions and perspectives. How do we start to break this long legacy? Today's speaker is Becky Tallent, a Cherokee journalist and professor at the University of Idaho. She shares some practical tips on how everyone can work to paint a more accurate portrait of the diversity within Native America.
Hello, my name is Becky, and I'm a journalist. Now, I understand there are 12-step programs that can help me with this affliction, but I really love being on the front of history, so no thanks. One of the things my dual loves here has taught me is that I can really identify when people are afraid of Native Americans, when they simply don't understand us. When I was an oil and gas reporter, I used to cover the Osage lease sales, and this is basically where the Osage Nation auctions off the opportunity for people to drill on their lands. And other journalists used to tell me that they were really jealous that I got better stories than they did. I wasn't sure exactly how until I noticed that during the lunch time, they would go into town with the oil and gas people, and I'd jump out back on the back of a pickup truck with the tribal members and have fry bread and sandwiches. I went more for the story of the people than of the numbers. When people are afraid of other people, they want them to go away. It makes them feel more comfortable if they're not there. And unfortunately, what we're seeing is that Native America is not covered by the news media or by any media as a general rule. What this means is that we're not represented to the people of America, so people think we're no longer here, we're ghosts. There's the problem. Get out of your newsroom, go down to the tribe, go meet with the people, go talk with them. Fair warning, they're not going to trust you. So you need to be persistent, and it's going to take you time in order to get the stories that you want. When we think about Native Americans, the truth is that our culture is unique and we're politically marginalized. So that when people come into our areas, they realize that their culture isn't like our culture, and suddenly they feel like the other, and they're very uncomfortable, and they really wish us to go away. But the truth is, we are still here, and we are deeply ingrained in American society. We are business leaders, we are teachers, we are engineers, we're artists, we're musicians, we're astronauts, we're many things, yes, including journalists. We are not just individuals, and please don't think we're all alike, please. We are as different from one another as people in the Pacific Northwest and the people in the Deep South, as people who live in Maine and people who live in Nebraska. We have our own governments, our own cultures, our own languages, and our own faith systems. So why is it so hard for the media to cover us adequately? Native Americans are people. And this is something that I think many journalists forget. We are people who are U.S. citizens as well as citizens of our states and of our tribes. We are not mascots. We are not mystical. We're not stereotypes, nor are we history. We're still here. Oh, by the way, we're also paying taxes to the feds, to the states, and to our tribes. So how on earth do you cover us and cover us well? Well, one of the things that I would recommend is that you get to know us, find out who we are. Another thing I would say is that when there's a big breaking story, don't just parachute in and think, oh, the natives will wait on us or maybe fawn over us. Oh, there could be nothing further from the truth. You see, our people have been lied to and mistreated for generations, and we need you to earn trust, because just coming in doesn't mean we're going to trust you. Before you get to that point, though, hopefully you've done the smart thing. You live in Native America, so go out and find the people in your backyard. Go listen to what they have to say. Go to the basketball games. Go to the city councils. Go to tribal councils. Go to the restaurants and cafes. Hear what people are saying. Earn their trust. So do your homework. Find out who we are. Some other things that I would recommend would be to follow some things that the Native American Journalist Association, or NAJA, supplies. One of those is a style guide. If you're a journalist, you live and breathe by our Bible, the Associated Press style book. And so one of the things that NAJA has done is we've created a style guide to help people understand some of the words that come up in Native America. So if you're writing about some tribe and you want to know what blood quantum is, or what's the deal with sovereignty, or what's the difference between a tribe and a nation, our style guide can help you. Another thing that I would recommend is, and I don't care if you're a journalist, a sociologist, a historian, or whoever, and you're writing about Native America, when you go back and proof your material, check for words, check for stereotypical words. Get out there. Be brave. Be a journalist who covers their whole community and not just the majority voices in it.
The TEDx talk you just listened to was recorded at a TEDx event in Moscow, Idaho. All TEDx events are independently organized by volunteers who believe in TED's mission of ideas worth spreading. Special thanks to the organizing team at TEDxUIdaho. Want to listen to more TEDx talks? Explore the entire archive on the TEDx YouTube channel. I'm Atossa Leoni. Thanks for listening, and see you tomorrow.